Victory Monday, Bears fans. Victory Tuesday, actually. I'm just so used to it being Monday. Victory Tuesday. If you're fired up after the Bears win over the Patriots, I'm just so wired in saying Monday, then like this video. Hit the thumbs up icon. Like the video if you're fired up after the win on Monday Night Football. It was a Victory Monday. They won on Monday night. Like the video if you're fired up over this win over the Patriots. Today's episode of Bears Now is presented by Manscaped. Halloween is almost here, and you don't want to be looking like a scarecrow this holiday season. So get 20% off plus free shipping with promo code BEARS20 at manscaped.com. That link and promo code will be in the description of this video. All right, the Robert Quinn trade rumors continue to circulate as we are now a week away from the NFL trade deadline. ESPN named Quinn as the Bears most likely to get traded. Here's Courtney Cronin from ESPN. She says, the Bears might look back and wish they had traded Quinn when his value was higher, coming off an 18.5 sack season in 2021. The 32-year-old has 1 sack and 2 QB hits in 6 games, now 7 games. So the returning draft capital might not be worth it for Chicago. But not having Quinn's $18.2 million cap hit on the books for 2023 might entice general manager Ryan Poles to take what he can get. And I think that would be the approach here at this point for trading Robert Quinn, is not expecting major capital, like 5th-round pick maybe, 6th. I keep seeing articles where it's like a 3rd or 4th. I don't see that. I think it's a day 3 pick, probably 5th at best. But if he can be off your books next year, you already have over $100 million in cap space projected for 2023. You add another $18 million to that. I mean, you're sitting at like $125 million. That's enticing to me, especially because he's not playing like an elite player. If he was still very productive, like if he had 4 or 5 sacks through 7 games, I'd be like, okay, yeah, don't trade him for a 5th or 6th. You could keep him around because he's under contract. But if you can get him off your books and he goes to a contender, which is probably better suited for him anyway, get guys like Trevis Gipson and Dominique Robinson on the field more. They're playing better than Robert Quinn is this season, and they're young pieces for the future, especially Robinson as a rookie. Get that guy out there more. Every time he plays, he's making a play. I'm a big fan of him. Kudos Ryan Poles for finding him on day 3 of the draft last year. I love Trevis Gipson. He's a raw guy playing well also. I got nothing against Quinn, but he's 32. He costs a lot of money, and he's not as productive as he was last year. He's kind of this topsy-turvy guy. Next year, he'll probably be good, but you don't know that for sure. So if you can get a day 3 pick for him, clear him off your books for 2023 and beyond, even if it's just even if you have to eat a little bit of money, I think it's probably worth it for the Chicago Bears. Now predict it. Don't tell me what you would do. Predict what you think is going to happen. Will the Bears end up trading Robert Quinn in the next week? Type T for trade or type K for keep. I think he'll get traded. That's just my prediction. I think he gets moved. Let me know what you guys think on this one. T for trade or K for keep. Give me your gut feeling. Let's talk a little bit more about Justin Fields coming out of this game against the Patriots. That relationship with Luke Getsy is, it's been kind of this roller coaster so far this season. We talked about the red zone woes against Washington, but is this duo growing? It certainly looked like it on Monday night as Fields had his most complete game of the season. And something that really stood out to me is Luke Getsy called 12 designed runs. Only 13 had been called the entire season leading up to last night. Could we see more of that moving forward? Fields last night, here are his passing numbers, 13 to 21, 179 yards, touchdown to pick, QB rating of 85.2. Nothing crazy, right? But this is one of those games where you have to trust the eye test, and he made several big-time plays with his arms and his legs. And speaking of his legs, I mean, he was terrific running the football, both on design runs and on a few scrambles. 14 carries, 82 yards, a touchdown, 6 yards per run, a couple special runs. Every week now, we're seeing 1 or 2 big-time runs by this quarterback. He really, really has special ability. And I think this week we saw it kind of not all come together, but more come together between him and Getsy. You're seeing the partnership grow. You're seeing Luke Getsy put some trust in Justin Fields. 3rd and 14, he's calling a passing play. Fields ends up running for a first down. early in the season, that's probably just a handoff and either punt or field goal, but he's given his quarterback a chance to go make a play. That is trust. That is growth. I love that from Getsy. He was in his bag last night as a play caller. Easily the best game he called so far this season in his new role as this Bears offensive coordinator. I think you should feel really good about where this is heading over the past couple of days. I just lost my feed for my screen, so I'm just blindly talking here. But I feel really, really good about where Luke Getsy and Justin Fields are at in a partnership moving forward. We're only 7 games into this thing, but I think there's a lot of very good signs for the future. We can go ahead and talk about Manscaped here on Chicago Bears Now, our presenting sponsor here on the show. And listen, they've been a sponsor for a couple of years, and you can get 20% off plus free shipping when you go to promo code Bears. Use promo code Bears20 at manscaped.com. I'm a big fan of the Performance Package 4.0 because it comes with the Lawnmower 4.0 to keep your family jewels nice and trimmed, nice and shaved. It comes with the Weed Whacker as well. Hey, I didn't realize this till a few years ago. As you get older, guys, ear hairs pop up. You got to trim them down. The Weed Whacker is going to help you do that. You get ball toner, ball deodorant, boxers, and you get it all for a steal. $95.99 when you use the promo code Bears20. But really, it's even more of a steal than that from the original price there. If you buy all of these items separately, it's like $155. You're getting it for $95.99. Great deal with Manscaped. Use promo code Bears20 to get 20% off plus free shipping when you go to manscaped.com. Let's talk more about this offense. You look at some of the numbers against New England on Monday Night Football. Points, 33, easily the best output so far this season. Total yards, 390. That's 2 weeks in a row that this team has flirted with with almost 400 yards of total offense. The difference is tonight, or on Monday night, they were able to cash in more and obviously score a lot more points. How about the time of possession? Ball control, 37 minutes, 14 seconds. For some teams, that doesn't matter, but I think the way this team is built, it does, because this team can really run the football. That was on display last night with over 240 rushing yards. Third downs, 11 for 18. That's a terrific number, especially against a good defense in New England. Red zone, 2 for 4 on touchdowns, 50%, but no empty possessions. Field goals when you didn't cash in. Last week, 0 for 3 on touchdowns, but also 0 for 3, period, against Washington. No points on those red zone trips, so some growth there as well. Great step forward last night. This was a great step in the right direction. I like the designed runs, especially in the red zone, and Fields did a good job of not taking extra hits on a lot of those designed runs. He slid down, he got to the sideline. Yeah, he still got cracked a few times standing in the pocket. That sidearm sling to Khalil Herbert for a touchdown. He got rocked well after the play, by the way. Should have been roughing the passer, but on the designed runs, he was smart with his body, avoided those extra hits, and if you do that, you can call designed runs. Baltimore does it, Philadelphia does it, Buffalo does it. And Justin Fields, just like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Jalen Hurts, is a special runner, and in some cases, even more special than those guys. Seriously, watch the tape. Every week, he's having 3 or 4 wow runs a week. Now, grade the Bears' offense last night. Type A, B, C, D, or F. It's got to be an A-. It's not an A or an A+, but it was very good. If you finish a couple more of those drives, if Fields cleans up a couple of the just kind of minor focus things on a couple throws, and he fumbled a couple times, didn't put the ball in harm's way. One fumbled out of bounds, but you don't want to put the ball on the turf and leave any doubt whatsoever. A- for me. The running game was an A+. Passing game was probably a solid B. I felt pretty good. Let me know what you guys think on the offense last night. Thank you guys so much for 54,000 subscribers. We reached this milestone yesterday, and hey, the road to 55K is here. The growth on this channel has been amazing. It's kudos to Bears fans globally, and to all of you for joining us every single day for videos, joining our watch parties. I'm having a blast doing this. It's been some tough games over the last couple years, but last night is kind of a night where it all comes together, and it's worth it. So please subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. We don't charge you guys anything, and we have a lot of fun here. We have a lot of fun doing it. Fun analysis, rumors, news, injury updates. We keep you guys covered with everything surrounding this team, and hopefully we have an entertaining way of doing it. I think a lot of you guys like what we do, so appreciate the support, the feedback, and spread the word. Let's continue to grow this channel. All right, let's talk about Lucas Patrick, the center. The latest on him, he, of course, left the game, was carted off with a toe injury. It wasn't like a typical carted off. Like, he got to the sideline, went into the medical tent, then put him in a cart, so it's not like he blasted his ACL or anything. Today, Eberflus said, quote, "We'll wait and see when it comes to Patrick." He's visiting some doctors for some more testing. I will say, man, those first 2 drives, the offensive line looked great with him at center and Schofield at left guard. So, of course, it's typical that he goes down. And I think I tweeted out something like, "Oh, the Bears can't avoid Sam Mustipher." We'll talk about him in a second. But I thought this group was pretty solid together. Now, Larry Borum had some struggles. He continues to kind of be up and down. But Braxton Jones bounced back after a tough game against Washington. Tevin Jenkins is grading out as a top 10 guard in this league right now, according to PFF. He's playing really, really well. I will say this. We've ripped Sam Mustipher a lot. I've always said, though, and you guys should be able to quote me on this, I've always said he is valuable as a backup. And what does a backup do? Comes in and plays well. He did his job. Now, if he's thrusted back into being full-time starter, I don't like that role for him. But he's got experience. I thought he handled this well. He talked about it being frustrating and tough that he got benched, but put his head down and got to work, and he graded out pretty well last night, and I didn't really notice anything alarming, to be honest. I thought the first drive there was a bit of an adjustment overall, but after that, I think nothing really stood out to me from Mustipher being at center. So good for him. He keeps, he's going to work. He's not the best player. We know that. He's got talent limitations, but at the end of the day, I think he's a hard worker, a good teammate, and he did what a good teammate does. He took the demotion well and got back to work and did his job when he was called upon last night. So kudos to Mustipher, but obviously we would like to see Lucas Patrick back very, very soon. Are you worried about Lucas Patrick's injury? Type Y for yes or N for no. Toe injury, we'll see. I mean, is it a broken toe? Is it a turf toe? Is it some kind of fracture? I guess it'll depend, but hopefully he's able to get back out there soon. If I had to guess, I guess he won't play against Dallas. It's a short week, but we should know more on Wednesday. So stay tuned. We'll have you guys covered here on the channel. Give me a Y for yes and for no, and be sure to subscribe because we are going to hit you with the latest news and rumors leading up to Sunday's game against Dallas and leading up to Tuesday's NFL trade deadline. So this will be the channel. So lock in for the rest of the football season.